Okay, this video is about compounding interest as opposed to simple interest. And my dogs are wacky today, so I really apologize. All right, when we compound interest, we may compound it annually, which is once per year, semi-annually, which is 2 times per year, quarterly, which is 4 times per year, or monthly, which is 12 times per year. And it's different from simple interest because simple interest is just calculated on an annual basis based on a rate. All right, with compounding interest, we want to think about what does it mean to compound at a variety of different times. So let's look at 6% compounded monthly. All right, so what we would do is we would identify the rate, which is 6%, and how often it's compounded. So it was compounded monthly. There are 12 months in a year, so this denominator for the fraction would be a 12. Now, if you divide this out, then you get 0.5%. A 6% rate compounded daily is still the 6%, but now it's 365. And you could actually go ahead and divide that out too. Now, need to keep in mind that in order to solve problems that are compounded interest, you need to know what the interest rate per period is. And in order to get that, you take the annual interest rate and simply divide it by the number of periods in 1 year. Now, the formula for compounding interest is the amount. Now, that we're not actually calculating just interest here. We have to do one more step when we're finished. But this is the amount of money that you would have at the end of a specified time by multiplying the principal times 1 plus that rate that we talked about before, which is the interest rate divided by the period, and then the N is the number of periods in 1 year. Okay? Again, P is principal, R is the interest rate per period, N is the number of periods. Okay, so let's take a look at this problem. We want to deposit $1,000 in the bank, and it pays 6% and it's compounded quarterly. So we're going to use this formula, and we want to find the balance in the account after a year, and then we'll actually find the interest when we're finished with that as well. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to see the rate as a decimal, which is 0.06. 4 is the number of times it's compounded in 1 year because it's quarterly. So using my formula, A equals 1,000 times the quantity, 1 plus, and this is my rate divided by my period. And then we raise that to the 4th power, the number of periods in the year. So I do my math inside my parentheses first using order of operations, and I end up with 1.015. Now, I remember order of operations, 1,000 times, and then I'm actually going to raise that number to the power first, then multiply by 1,000. And I actually get approximately, that's what the squiggly marks mean here, as opposed to equal. The amount that I actually have now in my account is $1,061.36. Now, if I want to find the amount of interest accrued, all I do is take the amount I had that I have earned now in my account, subtract the principal that I had initially, which was $1,000, and I get $61.36 in my account. And that is compounding interest using the formula.